tonight we have the new Black Majick Psychic Hotline. We have our spiritual reader, Miss Charming T. She can be reached at extension 10. Next we have our spiritual reader, Miss Night Empress. Her extension is 12. And let's not forget Mr. August Brown. He can be reached at extension 13. And family, let's not forget the Black Majick All Night panel who keeps you engaged all night long. We have Mr. Carbon Martian, Miss Nicole, Chaz Bill, Mr. Darby, and Majestic Unicorn. Call in tonight and get your spiritual reading. Let's go!
I call my power back to me from every person, place, entity, from every space, portal, time, and dimension, from every connection, attachment, and vessel where I left it. Anyone and anything that is attempting to siphon my energy, you do not have my consent to use my vitality, and I call my power back. I now release that which is not my own. I lay down the weight that doesn't belong to me, as well as the weight that does. I forgive all things, all people, and all others. I forgive myself. I cloak myself in a bright light of protection.
My name is Sean Edwards, and I'm the business owner of Harvest Painting Impressions, and I provide interior and exterior painting and deck staining services to all residential and commercial clients. At Harvest Painting Impressions, I embody the perspective that every home or property has a look and quality of its own, and my primary goal with you as a valued customer is to accentuate the look of your home by adding life to it through the art of applying color. With Harvest Painting Impressions as a customer, you will have the option to acquire a variety of service options, promotions, senior discounts, material and labor warranties included with any project. In addition to that, I value the opportunity to provide you with a free and comprehensive service plan that is simple and specifically designed to promote quality performance and, most importantly, your satisfaction. For your free estimate, you can contact me at area code 815-590-6489.
Hello, everybody. Greetings.
Greetings, everyone. How's everybody doing? Greetings.
Greetings.
How you doing tonight?
Good. I want to welcome everybody to Black Majick, the first and only Melanite operated and owned hotline. Tonight we have our readers that you can reach at 1-888-562-0862. And all calls are you will be charged initially $44.91. And after the first minute, you'll be charged $4.99 per minute. You can reach our readers, our two readers that we have tonight, Charming T on extension 10 and Melanite Empress on extension 12. Got a little tongue twisted.
Good job.
But how y'all doing tonight? I appreciate it, girl. You know, I do my best or whatever.
And you learned it all in 1 minute. That's
oh, girl, look at that. I'm telling people I'm a quick learner.
You are.
But what's going on with y'all tonight?
Not much. Just trying to get through the week.
You're tired. You like tired.
Listen.
So I would like to start off with talking about, I think everybody's been seeing this going on, and I wanted to see how y'all felt about this, about the Miss Shirley, the little 3-year-old little girl that's been doing the boots on the ground dance, and her mom,
her. She's so cute.
yeah, her mom had somebody called CPS on her.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah, somebody called
After the
CPS
show?
on the mom. Because they feel
Wow.
concerned about men picking her up, wanting to pick her up after she do her little dance and all of this. And a lot of people feel as if she's been like exploited, like her mom is selling her out. And what they say is that she had an OnlyFans for the little girl. And I was like,
What?
A OnlyFans?
She does?
I don't know if it's an OnlyFans or she just had a fans only Facebook page. I don't know, but I wanted to see what y'all felt and thought about Miss Shirley, the 3-year-old that's out here popping her little butt for people.
Oh, I thought that she was really cute because I've seen her on the show, and I was like, she is very intelligent, very
Mhm.
smart. Obviously, she has a niche for, music. Perhaps she's musically inclined and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And, obviously, dance is something that she enjoys to do, obviously, because she's a really good dancer. She learned, the dance and the song and everything. So I thought nothing but innocence when I saw that. I
Facts.
didn't think automatically that the mother was exploiting her or anything like that. I think that because perhaps she has a social media, she went viral. Perhaps I don't know how they discovered a little girl and they were interested, and all of a sudden she was on the show. And that does happen often, where when little children or someone goes viral, they do have people come on shows for that. Now, I don't know the mother at all whatsoever. And when it comes to, this type of stuff, you never know what's happening in the background. But I didn't really feel any type of um, negative energy or anything like that in regards to
See,
that.
what
But
people's issue is that she's being booked for adult events. It'll be different if she was booked for like little kids parties or something like that. But
oh,
she's being booked for adult like events, and it's mostly
what type
men.
of events is it? What type of
These
events is
are
this?
these are okay. So I don't know if you're familiar with like trail rides and stuff like that. As an adult, as me, I wouldn't even go to a trail ride as much as I love cowboys and stuff like that. I know people that are part of trail rides, and it's literally like adult like orgy parties, but cow like the cowboy style.
I mean,
So
that's what she getting booked for.
she's getting booked for adult events, like like the trail rides and stuff like that. And so it's like she's only 3, and you
Mm,
just really don't, with what's going on these days, you don't know who's a
Yeah,
PDF file or who's not. And so to
right.
just have random men picking her up and want to take pictures with her, and with us knowing about people posting pictures, and your child picture can
Mhm.
be put on a corn site doing things, and it's not even really them.
yeah.
So
Right.
that's my issue with it. It's cute and
Okay.
all, but
Yeah.
if you listen to the lyrics of that song and you like, uh,
Even though the baby can't not even imagine like exactly what they're talking about, of course,
yeah,
but
she doesn't
when
know.
you get to things like such as that, doing adult events, you're a little girl, you should be doing kid events.
Yeah.
If not a toddler
Gracie's
events, at least
Corner.
kid events.
Yeah, like little birthday parties where they have a little dance party for the kids or something like that.
Yeah.
That
And that's
that'll
when the
I,
mama has to step in and manage all of that. Like it's just gotta be
mhm.
nah, this ain't for
It's the
kids.
mama
You know,
who's booking her.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's the mom that's booking her those adult events. And
Oh,
it's
so
like, are you just getting
Yeah.
paid off of, you're just doing this to get paid to for
And
your child to go viral.
yeah,
it's no
Yeah.
different.
that was gonna be you. Is that like this little 3-year-old likes this trend? I could bet top dollar on it. She don't like it that much. I
She's
could
doing it
bet
because her
top
mom,
dollar on it.
like is hyping her up. Go baby, go. And Miss
Have you guys
Shirley,
like? When's the last
what
time
is
you
the
guys
baby
interacted with like
name?
Majestic? Isn't your baby like 3?
Mm-hmm.
Don't you have like a little? Do you think that your baby would want to do that as much as a little
Absolutely
girl?
not.
No, no.
Absolutely not.
Like
She danced with her cousins at my dad's wedding, and their type of dance was jumping up and down and twirling in
Right.
circles.
Right.
And
right.
she don't know
So it's
about all
feeling
the butt shaking and all of that.
So she's being
even
groomed.
even even outside of that. I mean, like even if you had a
Exactly.
routine, for instance, like outside of it
Mm-hmm.
being the style of routine, if you and your daughter had a routine, right, like a dance routine you guys did together, would she want to do it 5 times a week? Would she want to do it 3 times over the
No,
weekend? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
no,
Like
I wouldn't even
outside of
post it on
the
online.
context, yeah,
Is
outside of the
I
context,
can't.
she's not gonna. She's a 3-year-old. She's not gonna want to do that. So I'm just curious what's being done behind the scenes to get her to want to be like do that as often as she's doing it. I guess
Mhm.
if you guys are
And it's
Yeah.
no telling how many bookings she gets, like
exactly.
a
It's giving
week.
Right.
pageants. It's giving pageant like the
Yes,
pageant
like
baby.
toddlers and
That's what I was about to
tiaras.
say,
Exactly.
Charming, pageants.
Exactly.
Like, do you guys feel the same way in regards to pageants?
I do
How
not
is
like
this for
pageantries.
to,
Mm-hmm.
you
That's
think you think
that.
so
I don't
too?
like it.
In a
Yeah, I
sneaky
feel
type
like
of
that's
way, right?
trafficking. You
Okay,
have these
wow, wow.
you have these men that are the judges of pageants, and women. I'm not just gonna put it on men. You have these adults judging these toddlers, and they're judging their body.
Mm-hmm.
They're kids.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
that means you're sitting there staring at like, okay, I like the way her legs look. Okay, she stands correctly. So that's weird. And it's and the parents are
Okay.
basking in those rewards for those pageants. The $15,000, the $50,000 prize, $150,000 prize, and a modeling agent. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are cover-ups, just like the entertainment industry, and this is ties into entertainment as well. A lot of things are just cover-up, right, for trafficking and to exploit their children and
yeah,
stuff as such as that because
I
they're
wouldn't
getting
have called
money.
CPS, and it was a guy. It was a guy that called
Mhm.
CPS on her. It wasn't even a woman.
Oh, right, because a guy sees that what's really going on,
Mm-hmm.
even more
And
so because they, you know.
I have a question about what you all are talking about, and I apologize. All I saw was the time and not EST, so I'm sorry.
It's so
Do,
good.
do you think it's learned behavior? Do you think the mother went
Absolutely.
through something like that? I didn't know if you all had mentioned that already.
We haven't, but
No, we haven't mentioned it or whatever, but I
I
mentioned
would
that
say she's
the girl
teaching.
is being
She has to be
groomed
coaching.
to be that
Yeah.
way, to be an entertainer. The little girl was being groomed for that.
I seen that, Tiffany. I seen that. I started watching that actually, and she talked the little girl, Honey Boo Boo, the little genome girl that her mom, the little TLC show. She's like 18, 19 now, but
Mm.
her mom, she did that toddlers and tiara type mess, and she said she hated it. She knew that her mom was using her and grooming her.
Really? Wow.
That stuff
That's
is
really sad.
expensive. Yeah,
It
you
always
know
starts
when you
off as a show.
you said what, Chaz?
That it always starts off as a show, and we just be sitting here watching it, and
Watching it,
and you be like, I don't know about this. And then when they get
and
older, they come out with a documentary about how they really didn't want to do it and how this really.
Oh my God.
and come on, I mean, we talking about TLC.
Yeah.
TLC is like the show for dysfunctional families. They're about to exploit the mess out of y'all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Could it
that
also
was one of
be?
mine.
I'm sorry.
No, you good, Nicole?
Could it also be? I think I've heard of this, like the parents living through their children by having
Yes.
them do. Yeah, it could be that. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so too. Yeah. But I mean, I think that you need to just really pay attention to your child and see exactly what they want to do and
Mhm.
allow them to make the choices and stuff because your kids is not going to be or like the things that you like or want to do, right? You know, everybody has
Right.
a different path. So it's really sad to hear that, you know, people are being coerced and made to do these type of things. It really is.
Oh.
Okay. Did
Yeah, it's just weird to me. And she's so cute. She's an adorable little girl.
It is.
But
yes.
her mom is definitely using her for her cuteness. She's using her cuteness to her advantage.
She is.
Absolutely. I wish she could do something else. Do something else. She's so cute. But let's not do that. Change it up.
Yeah,
Be
not right
kids
now
again.
anyway. You know, she's really too young to try to get into the entertainment business, but you know, like it happens even with celebrities and stuff grooming their children to be in the entertainment business so that, you know, they can make money because it's a family business, you know, the things that they do.
What happened
You
to
know,
child
acting
labor
in
laws?
personas and
Did those go
characters.
into extinction?
That was
The
actually
what?
be one of my
I said,
top.
what happened to child labor laws? Like,
I
did
saw a
those
video
go
about
into
that.
Right.
extinction?
Nah, he's actually going through with the child labor laws. He's actually bringing that back.
Mm,
Certain states already got approved for it.
mm.
Okay.
Cause I be feeling like that with the woman and her child doing these tours with her. I said she is working the hell out this little girl. Do she get to rest all these concerts she got to perform? I said this is child labor.
It is,
I have
but
to
it's kind
say,
of
what was she
different.
talking about? I figured it out.
But I think it's kind of different in the entertainment business because when it comes to movies and films, they need all different type of characters, babies, toddlers, teenagers, and stuff.
They're about to
And
turn that mess into like
they
that's that movie.
they work, huh?
I said they're about to turn it like that movie Governess was telling us about a while back that Simone. They're about to start having AI typing. You thinking these real people? It ain't nothing but a whole AI generated whole person, and it's a hologram. You be like, oh, look at them on the
Yes.
stage.
No, and they actually have started that Majestic R rating. I was going to speak a little bit about that or whatever, but I was on TikTok and stuff, and I ran across like these healing spiritual gurus. But when I looked at them closely, they didn't look real. They looked really fake. You know what I'm saying? Pay close attention, and you'll be able to tell what's real and fake. And this is something that I witnessed even tonight, just scrolling through TikTok, and I was like, hold up, though, you don't even look real. You know, and all of them had this certain connotation, the way they talk and the way they spoke, almost like robotically. So pay close
6-second
attention,
increments,
and you'll be able to see, huh?
like those 6-second increments. So today I'm going to talk about everything that I seen yesterday.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah,
like,
it's weird.
Are you okay? But that was my topic because that's what's been going. That's what's been the circulating story for a good little minute now.
Yeah. After that, because I didn't know the backstory of it. See, I just saw the surface level of it. But I'm so glad that you brought the backstory up so that people could really see what's going on. And these are certain patterns that go on in the entertainment industry, and they see that as normal. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
They probably pitched to her and everything. Hey, you can make this certain type of money and everything. We just need you to come to the certain events and stuff. And we ain't gonna do nothing but pick up your child and take a picture. You know, that's wow. You know, that's so inappropriate.
Baby, I don't even make mine hug people. If she say no, she said no. She don't want to hug you.
Yeah.
I gotta watch you. My baby, I gotta watch you now. She don't want to touch you.
Yep. Because babies know the energy. They feel the energy right away. You know what I'm saying? Because they just came from the spiritual realm. So they're highly intuitive, highly open, and definitely can read energy. So definitely pay attention to your children if they do something like that. You know, that's important.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I know I missed my introduction, but I could bring it in now.
I held you down.
You can
go ahead and take that over. Go ahead.
We're here for one reason and one reason only.
All right. So welcome everybody back to Black Majick. We are here every Wednesday between 8 and 9, whatever our hours may be. But if you would like to call in and get a reading from one of our great readers, you can call 1-888-562-0862. If you would like a reading with Charming T, that will be extension 10. Melanite Empress will be extension 12. Also remember that you can get a reading any day of the week. It doesn't just have to be on Wednesdays when we come on live. Charming T is available every day between 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And Melanite Empress is available 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So we show gratitude for you all joining us this evening.
Gratitude, Nicole.
That's weird.
What?
That's weird. I'm reading what's on the screen. I mean, it's not weird. That's cool. But when y'all start doing that?
And what's behind that though? What is that, a code or something like that? What is that?
I have no
That
clue.
trend is funny as funny.
It's funny. You seen it, Charmin?
It's hilarious. It's literally just like, and it's mostly Black men, and like,
I kind of felt that.
Men have this toughness around them, and they reject softness, so saying goodnight is a soft action, so they're calling their friends and they're basically like, hey, what's up, they're like, oh no, I'm just chilling. They're like, okay, well, I just wanted to call to say goodnight, and the friend will be like, goodnight. What you told me to say goodnight? They like go back and forth, and you're like, oh, I just wanted to say goodnight. Like, I just wanted to say, like, I just hope you had a good day. Good night. Like, I honestly think it's good. I It's
That's
cute.
funny. That's
I
that.
personally
You
think
think?
it's cute. I don't see much negativity about it. I think it's cute because again, it's the same. It's a soft prank. You know what I mean? Like it's not like violent prank. It's a soft prank. I'm calling you to say goodnight. Why would you say goodnight? Oh, okay. Well, goodnight. Okay, bye, homie. You know what I mean? Like,
He probably laying there like, what the hell? The boy just called me to say goodnight. Now I'm just sitting here thinking
I
about this shit all
know.
yeah.
night. I can't
And then
sleep
after a
Yeah.
now.
while, you're like, nigga, I'm just playing. It's a joke. It's a trend, and then that's it. You know, like.
I have not seen that because my TikTok does weird stuff. So I can't even enjoy TikTok to its fullest. So I told y'all to be messing with my
Yeah.
phone. They'll exit me out of nowhere and
Yeah,
just
I'm
force
not
close my
surprised.
shit.
You're always messing with the
So
technology.
I got a question. Do you think that low self-esteem is genetic, or where do you think low self-esteem comes from? Can it be genetic?
I think low self esteem is a I won't say a taught behavior, but that's something that's kind of plugs into your subconscious when people constantly like poke at you, and it's usually your parents or something like that.
Yeah.
So I I wouldn't say it's genetic unless that trauma is just keep being passed on, cycle like recycled because that person, the parent doesn't feel good about themselves. Yeah, insecurities. The parent don't feel good about themselves, so they push their trauma onto the child to make them feel less of themselves.
Mhm.
That's how I see it.
Yeah, I agree because I don't think it's genetic. I think it's energetic, right? Energetically,
Mhm.
like you said, majestic in regards to being empathetic and passing along their behaviors in regards to low self-esteem. Because I feel like it's from experience anyway. Besides that, in regards to, let's say, being in a relationship and, you experience, a lot of different type of abuse and especially verbal abuse in regards to your appearance, in regards to your performance, in regards to who you are. And if you are continuously experiencing that, then all of a sudden you may experience, low self-esteem because of that.
Okay. All right. I'm going to read what I looked up. It says that low self esteem can be influenced by both genetic factors and environmental factors. While genetics play a role in determining baseline temperament and personality traits that can influence self confidence, it's not the sole determinant. Environmental factors such as family dynamics, peer interactions, and life experiences also significantly shape self-esteem. But
Yes,
it
they do.
also speaks about a gene, I guess, that everyone may or may not have. I'm not sure. And the gene is called OXTR. I'm trying to see what that stands for. Some
Interesting.
studies suggest that a link between the OXTR gene, oxytocin receptor gene, and self-esteem specific variants. That didn't even come out right. Some studies suggest a link between the OXTR and self-esteem specific variants of this gene. And it still don't sound right. Which produces
Because they making
oxytocin.
shit up.
They
That's
definitely.
why. That's why
They
it don't
making
sound
shit
right.
the
I thought I
hell up.
just wasn't reading
They
it right.
trying to justify to make it sound good.
Right.
Like, yeah,
Say
it could
genetic.
be it's in your blood.
Scientifically, this is what happens, and
It's
this is why,
actually according to my calculations, like
They always want to
it's
get
from
it.
the
That's
father's side.
because that's what they do for themselves. They always want to make it genetically, like, oh, we was born like this, so somebody can feel sorry for them or something like that.
right,
And then when it come to us,
exactly.
it
No.
got to be our environment or
You
something
was a
like
baby and your mama kept telling you, "Ooh,
that.
you ugly. You look just like your daddy when you make that face." And you just remember it.
Right.
And everybody calling you ugly. And ooh, you got his
Right.
walk too, little bow leg self. And
There you
Uh-huh.
go.
that baby can't control how he
That's
walk.
hilarious.
Why?
Right, right.
Why are you talking about the baby? Dang, but no, wow. Google tried it.
Because
Good
a baby
job.
don't know that it has insecurities. Like, why would it be genetic? You know what I'm saying? Like, a baby
That's
don't
what I'm
know.
saying.
Right.
Yeah, that didn't make
Ah,
sense. I would
I'm so
never thought
insecure.
ever that it will be genetically involved,
I can't fit my
at
3T
all
anymore.
whatsoever.
So many insecurities. I gotta go up to 5T.
Because if they put something genetically involved with that, then they could attach a drug to that, which they are so good with doing, because if they do that, then what? They can make money off of it like they're doing, because this is $1 trillion business industry, like I was saying before on our past, panels and stuff. And they're not into treating anything, but they're giving you something so you could take all
It's
your life,
money.
so they can continue to make a lot of money on you. You know what I'm
They
saying?
see
So
people are
maybe
falling
that's
back.
why they have to put something scientifically, genetically together, so they can formulate something for your low self-esteem, right?
That's because everybody is detoxing themselves and learning how to take care of their body to where
Yeah.
they don't have to take medication anymore. And Big Pharma is getting real upset that nobody has to go to the doctor anymore. So let's go
There
ahead
you
and just
go.
link that to it's
There you
autism.
go.
There it is.
Yeah,
Autism.
there you go.
Now you got to take some medicine because now your child is insecure and it causes
There you
anxiety
go.
and depression. And so they have to now take this anxiety and depression medicine at 12 years old because they don't understand why they going through puberty. Because
Exactly.
you're going through puberty. That's a part of life. That's like
I
when
know, crazy.
people try to
That's
say
the process of
diabetes
life.
is genetic. Diabetes run in my family. No, not running runs in your family. It's not, diabetes is not a genetic thing. Like you can be insulin, you
Yeah.
can now having like insulin retention or whatever it's called to where your insulin doesn't naturally produce itself. That maybe could be a genetic thing as far as a certain disorder that links to that, but not saying, well, diabetes run in my family. So no, that's
There's a
not
different term
everybody
for
eat.
there's a different term for it, what you're talking about. It's like when you're like, there's a term for it. It's like not like highly subjected to like getting it, but like something like basically the language is
The
saying that you have a higher chance of getting it from your
mm-hmm.
genetics, but that's not the direct thing that
Direct,
caused it.
yes.
You have a higher
Mm-hmm.
chance of getting, like you said, because maybe your genetics make it so you don't make enough, but that's not what's giving you diabetes.
Yes. You be
Yeah.
like, I don't know, maybe it's
Think
the
of the term.
pound cake recipe that keep getting passed down. That you got to put 12 pounds of
Yeah.
lard in. Maybe that could be
I
a
mean, let's keep it real. It is a combination of what we eat and how much we move our bodies. Like people just don't want to admit that. Oh no, exercising doesn't work. You're shitting yourself, right? You're out
that's
your mind,
because
right?
they go
Oh,
walking
yoga
on a
doesn't
treadmill
work.
for an hour and thinking that's it. Now I gotta go fix this macaroni and cheese
Walking
and
on
this
a treadmill
hog
for an hour.
maul.
Don't get me started. If you don't go lift the damn weight,
I, Charmin, please tell us. Please, because I'm so tired of women. I ain't trying to bulk up. You won't. You're
you
a
won't.
woman.
You
It's the
won't.
same
You're
thing.
literally a
You
woman,
have to
bro.
work. Do you know you would have to work out for 7 years
And eat
every
for
day
so
for an
long.
hour to 2 hours to even remainly get bulked? And how do I know that? Because I was
Supplements.
working out every day, 5 days a week for 2 hours, and my ass was starting to bulk up, which I wanted to. But it takes, and that's even just with my arms. Like my arms got a little cut, my shoulders got a little cut. Like, but even then, like that's where your curves come from.
Mm-hmm.
That's where your curves come
They
from.
love
That's
that
when
treadmill,
when you have
baby.
the little
Ooh,
shoulder muscle, you got a little
so
shoulder
what?
curve. When you got a little chest muscle, you got a little, you don't got
Your little
flat
pectorals
chest.
is starting to
You
poke out.
know. So, but I also I wanted to comment too on like the genetics versus the environment. We are also in a society that is kind of like, I hate to be saying this, I hate to be like, oh, we're soft, but we're kind of soft. Like we like, oh, I need a medication for everything, and it's like, so now we're giving kids medication super early. Now kids are on medication for this and this and this, and it's it's like a double-sided coin, because it's like, yes, we are being poisoned consistently. Yes, we're being psychologically operated on consistently. Yes, we're being manipulated consistently. But also we have to be able to admit that and acknowledge that and take back whatever power we can take. And
Mm-hmm.
people are oh, I just have to go to the doctor to get my medicine. I got to get my medicine. I got to get my kids' this medicine and this. And it's like we are moving backwards. Like we are like our parents, maybe they was in the medical stuff. We don't talk about our parents. My parents. I'm 30 something, so y'all know, so that's the generation. But I know that
I'm 36,
my
so
parents'
no, I ain't talking about my
generation,
parents.
I feel like our parents' generation is the one that was like, they fell for the okie doke.
Mm-hmm.
I like to say, like, I feel like they fell for the okie doke when it came to, what was important, college, and not to say like that shouldn't been, but now all of us, we're in debt. Now I'm in debt from college, like they fell for the okie doke of all these different types of new things that they gave us, and now we are having to reverse that. Now we have to reverse that by saying, no, growing your own food is better. Great grandma knew. Great grandma told us.
Absolutely.
Growing your own food is better.
Yes.
Making your own beans is better. It's not quicker. It's not easier. And so, that's just like, I feel like we have two different sides of generations. It's like some of us are like, no, we got to go back to the way we used to do it with the real way. Like for example,
the normal way. Yeah.
Exactly. We all have white LED lights in our house, right? Those are the new lights. The old lights are yellow.
The
and
fluorescent,
those are more clear for
those
you.
good old
Yes,
little fluorescent yellow, orange looking lights.
But
Like
those
this
are better
one.
for you. Those are better for you though. LED lights flicker at such a high rate that it is literally fucking up our system. Like literally fucking up our system.
I would feel like it's
that's
like
an
radiation.
example. Exactly. It's just an example of like how we had something or they had something, and then they were like, look, we have this altered version of it. It's cool. And our parents were like, oh yeah, let's get that. And now we're here and we're like, no, take out all the white lights out your house.
Keeping up
Those
with the
are fucking
Joneses.
terrible for you. So we're just in this middle ground where it's like some of us are like figuring out, let's go back to the old ways, and some of us are like, let's just do what they say. We're just gonna do what they say.
Exactly. Yeah. I feel like that it's always like that though. People are still asleep and still going, but being controlled and led and coerced and all that kind of stuff. And then you have people that have woken up a little bit, have, done their research and, ask questions and stuff that know like, okay, yeah, the old way is the better way. You know what I'm saying? And that's a lot in everything, especially when it comes to medicine, you know what I'm saying, that we used to have in regards to herbs and oils and stuff like that. That's, something that we have used culturally, a long time ago. But then all of a sudden you have this modern medicine saying this is good and this is better, it works. The other stuff don't work. So, now it's called alternative medicine,
They used to take herbs and soak them in some motherfucking rum and say, give me 2 days. I got you. Be back in 2 days. You're gonna come and take this, and you're not gonna feel nothing after
That's
that.
who I'm trying to be. I'm trying to be the plug. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
I need somebody. I'm trying to be the, I sprained my ankle. Well, I got this plant right here. Now, what you have to do is you have to go home, soak it, and wrap it around your ankle, okay? Leave it on there for about a good 2 to 3 hours or overnight, and then you throw that. You don't need to throw it away in the trash. Go bury it outside, away from your house, okay? Like I'm trying to be on that level.
People don't want to take the time out to heal. That's why modern medicine works out for us, because people don't want to take the time out to heal. Exactly. Microwaves. Exactly.
Just the microwave generation. They want everything quick and fast. I don't either. I really don't. I'm trying to find this page. Dang it. It's a guy that's on Instagram, and his whole entire house, I felt like I was in a time warp when I had looked at his page, because it's as if you are in the 1930s, 1920s, 1930s, because everything in his house, including his washing machine was from 1913 or something, 1920 or something like that. And this man was showing how to use it. The way he dressed, he had got a light bulb specially made to do how they used to do x-rays. The man was blowing my mind, because he was so educated on this stuff, to where you was like, you were from that era in one of your eons, because you were so well informed on how to work. Like everything in his house is from the early 1900s. And I'm like, That's the kind of
Love
stuff
that.
I want in my house.
That, you know what? I love that you bring that up because I was talking about that the other day. Like I seen a video of like old refrigerators and the refrigerators like their shelves like pulled out and their shelves like did. And so we literally like that's why I told you our parents' generation fell for the okie doke. They fell for convenience. They fell for convenience and all the things that made like that's why we have vintage. Like that's why all these things are. Oh, we have let me see if I could think of something else. Like there's a lot of gadgets that were made back in the day that we that are now obsolete because we have so many other little things that fill in that space. So I love that example of the refrigerator because I often think about technology and how they gave us technology that worked in more than one way. And because of convenience and fucking, I don't know, so many other things, they started to break those things apart and give it to you one by one by one.
Okay, let me show you his. So, because I think what AB just posted is that guy. This is him. Wait, let me go to it and take this out. I can hear him.
My clothes. So I noticed last time I washed my clothes, a lot of people said, "Oh, that doesn't agitate the water very well." Well, the more clothes you add, the better it works. So right now we're filling this with water.
It was
so I brought the clothes I'm going to wash in the back of my Model T truck. They're in the suitcase. Okay, here are the clothes I'm going to wash, not that one.
Let me fast forward so you can go to where he's actually showing how it operates.
Let's go ahead and heat up the drum. So this thing is working really well. I usually make my own detergent, but I use commercial detergent today. Usually I make some of my detergent, usually that I remove grease with. Make that with borax, ammonia, alcohol, washing soda, sodium carbonate. I use Castile soap and acetone. So I know for a fact that some of the stains on these clothes aren't going to come out, but they're still going to be clean. So I made a few adjustments to the washing.
He is amazing, and I sat and watched his videos for about a good 30 minutes, watching all of his stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh, where is he finding this stuff? Like, what antique shop or like where is he finding this? Because that stuff from them was so like it was so much more functional than the things that we have now that work way better than the stuff that we have now.
And it's so simple and easy to use. Nowadays, all these gadgets, it's like so many buttons and you don't know what the heck that is. Like what? For what? Why do I need that? It's more difficult. Yeah.
I'm about to get a washboard.
The smart,
I swear all my life, I swear that I have been thinking about it. And the reason why mostly is because my washer is, it works, but it doesn't agitate. So it still fills up the water, it still drains it, it still spins hella fast, it just doesn't agitate. So that's the big part of cleaning it. So I'd be like, I have my own little way of doing it. I do what that wash machine do. I be sticking shit in there and smashing it. But
I would too.
Don't judge me, y'all.
I ain't. Because I've hand washed a whole load before.
Yes.
With some Dr. Bronner's. Absolutely. I started with Dr. Bronner's and then with
But isn't that what they used in the back of the day? They used the scrub board or this board where they just put their clothes on. That's what they did. The washboard.
And then they have the little spin thing to wring it out.
Yep. Yeah. And then here's the other thing too. Here's the other thing. The reason why you would have to use stuff like that back in the day is because they had real fucking linen. They had real cotton. They had real materials where we have plastic,
not polyester.
We're wearing plastic, yes, right? And you can't treat those the same. Like you can't put really good silk and cotton and all those good materials in a wash machine for it to just and in a dryer to do the same. So they also had to use those things because that is what worked for the materials they were using. That's what made their clothes last longer and their bed sheets last longer and their undergarments.
I wasn't even from that. Well, I was from that era in one of my lifetimes when I was from New Orleans. But this shit, waking up in sweats when it's cold in here, How is this happening? It's these dang on sheets of polyester, and I be, God damn, it's cold in here, but I'm waking up in cold sweats.
Yeah.
And I hate it. I wish we could go back to those machines and all of that stuff. And it's, why does Martin Washers have links?
One of the cousins in the chat called Claire said, I did an art series on washer women, a collection of old glass washboards, heavily political. Cool.
They have glass ones? Wow.
Guess so.
That was scary.
Something.
That was kind of scared me to try to use a glass washboard and push too hard. And now they got to wash you because you're not.
But a lot of things were made out of glass back then. It was made out of that crystal. That crystal glass.
Yeah.
That was not as breakable.
And I bet that mess is expensive now because it's considered an antique.
Oh, gratitude.
Nicole, you want to remind them why we're here?
Yeah, since our OG host is back.
Nicole.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going through the spiel, and are we doing a break afterwards, or what are we doing?
Not sure, but we probably will.
Not sure. Okay, well, that's fine.
We haven't taken a break yet.
Okay.
Then afterwards,
we show gratitude for everyone that is tuning in with us this evening for Black Majick. If you would like to get a reading from one of our great readers, you can call the number which is scrolling at the bottom of your screen, which is 1-888-562-0862. You can get a reading with Charming T on extension 10 or Melanite Empress on extension 12. I did fail to mention that the initial charge on your card when you call in will be $44.91. Your first minute is free, and it is $4.99 per minute thereafter. If you'd like to do your readings on Wednesdays while we're, on hold, having conversation while you're getting a reading, that's great. And if you would like to get it during the week when we're not live, our readers can be reached between 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for Charming T, and 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for Melanite Empress. So again, we hope that you all call in and, get your reading. And also, if you have received a reading, we're asking that you email, and hold on, you guys, that email address. You can correct me if I'm saying it wrong, because I don't think I have a complete understanding, but there is a, what do we call it?
Is it the form survey?
It's like a review.
Yeah, a review on how you're reading, how you enjoyed your reading or how your reading went. And I don't know if you're emailing it. I don't know how you get to that review.
It's a form.
It's a form. Maybe they could tag it in the comments.
Yeah, I'm gonna tag it.
Okay, so if you would do that form, even if you don't get a reading tonight, if you have had a reading in the past through Black Majick only, we're asking that you complete that review sheet and that you email it to geez, my goodness. Is it A Walk with the Ancestors? Are we emailing the email? Is that the YouTube email address? Actually, why are you guys laughing at me?
One moment. It's a form that they need to sign. Charming is going to tag it to the chat.
I'm only laughing because I would have been doing the same thing. That's why I'm laughing, because I would have been like, wait. Charming, take over.
Doc form in the chat right now. So definitely.
Okay, so I'm gonna say it now. Okay, it's a Google Doc form. All you have to do is click on the link. You shouldn't need a Gmail. I'm not sure how Gmail is about, Google is about, a gatekeeping. But most of us do have a Gmail. So all you would do is click on the link. It should take you directly to the review form. And it basically says, let me pull it up. It just asks you like your name, who you got a reading with, how was the reading, like just basic things like that. And the point is for us to be able to like keep track of how, you know, Black Magic is doing and the experiences people are having. So it should take literally like 5 minutes or less, and it would be really helpful. So it is for if you've already had a reading through the Black Magic Hotline with either of us. So if you've had a reading with both of us, you can leave both of us a review. If you only had one with one of us, you can leave that, but make sure it's only in reference to your reading through the hotline. I know you've probably gotten a reading from me on the website or even Empress on the website, but this is only for if you got it through the hotline.
Yes. Also, make sure you go over to TikTok and follow our new TikTok page. I think it's the Black Magic Hotline. Is that how you call it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, make sure you guys follow us over there, because we're going to be, you know, having different type of clips of favorite conversations, or just, you know, conversations here on Black Magic. We're going to be sooner or later, once we are able to, we will be able to go live and do free readings and things as such. So go over there to TikTok and give us a follow.
Okay.
It's okay, Nicole. I would have messed up. Just that's why I'm laughing.
I'm good.
But now we know. Now she knows.
The other thing that didn't we say that if anyone wanted to make donations to Black Magic, you know, for someone that may want a reading and I guess can't get it at that time because they're not in a financial state to be able to, that the donations can be made to Black Magic Hotline Cash App. And that's $ Black Magic Hotline. So, you know, if you all want to do that, and that's anybody, it doesn't matter how much it is. And, you know, as it builds up and as we keep coming on every week, somebody may really want one and you know, don't have it. And we may have the funds in there to take care of that. So that's something to keep in mind as well.
Absolutely.
Yes. Okay. Are we going for break, or are we pulling some money up from the chat for a reading?
I don't know. Whatever you all feel moved to do.
Go break because we haven't had one. We haven't had one yet.
Yeah, we haven't had one. A break.
All right.
So hit that DJ.
Popping your gum on the way, and mine away. I don't want pressure, you none. I want your blessing today. Oh, by the way, open the door by the way. Tell you that I'm on the way. I'm on the way. I know connection is vague. Pick up the phone for me, babe. Damn it, we jamming. That had a truth for your nanny. Curving your hip from your memory. Remember, Gardena, I took the studio camera. I know Top will be mad at me. I had to do it. I want your body, your music. I bought the big one to prove it. Look what you made. Told you that I'm on the way. I'm like an exit away. Yep. If I didn't ride blade on her, would you still ride blade on her? If I'm in my mind.
Never forget to look within as you shine from the inside out. Book your general reading, your scribed reading, and your past life reading with Charming T at www.awalkwiththeancestors.com.
I like that little commercial. Okay, Charming. And governess had it all sounding all sexy and stuff, trying to tell.
I was gonna say that's all them. That's all governess. That's all governess and Audrey. I just love watching it be like, oh, it's me.
It was
I know. Cute.
That was so cute. Pretty.
Okay. How are we gonna choose the person?
Son of a bitch. Oh my God. Oh, why is there nothing right here? Girl, I had my window open. I had my window open earlier and it's a fucking tree rope. It's a tree bug. Ah, it's flying.
Oh, I'm like, what is going on over here? It's a bug? You picking out over a bug?
And if you guys will look to your right, we have Majestic.
I thought somebody did came through the window or something. Goodness.
Yeah.
Because I caught it out of my peripherals. So all of a sudden,
I sure did.
listen, I'm in Texas, all right? Our bugs are big.
Everything's big in Texas.
I see. Yeah.
Okay, while she's handling the bug, for those that may just be tuning in, you are tuned in with Black Majick tonight. And if you would like to get a reading with Melanite Empress or Charming T, please call in to 1-888-562-0862. You can select extension 10 for Charming T or extension 12 for Melanite Empress. If I am not mistaken, you all are getting ready to pick someone from the chat for a reading. Is that correct?
Yeah. Andrea's going to explain it.
So what we're going to do, and it won't happen every week. So what we're going to do is that we're going to pick two people. So one for each of our spiritual readers. So one for Charming, one for Melanite Empress. And then so you guys can look in the chat. If you would like to get a reading, I would say put up a hand in the chat so we'll know. And then we'll have them choose. And then you can type, once you hear your name, you can type your question in the chat. We would like if you come up, but I know that that's probably it's going to be hard because we're almost out of time. So just put your question in the chat once your name is selected by our spiritual readers. All right. There you have it.
All right. Just waiting for the hands now.
I see Latanya Johnson. She had been put that she definitely needs a reading.
Okay. And Mary J is asking for the Cash App for a donation. It's right on the screen, hon. Black Majick Hotline.
I can't see them all, so I'll just ask how's your water intake? How's everybody's water intake been going?
Good.
It's been going really good. I have my water right here, so I'm definitely getting it in for sure. Water is very beneficial. Very beneficial, y'all. Water does so many different things. Yeah, the water it regulates your body temperature. It helps to detox your body as well. It also helps you to lose weight. It also helps you to hydrate your body as well. So water has so many different benefits. So
it detoxes your kidneys. It flushes your kidneys out. If you're having kidney issues, it hydrates your skin. It helps a lot with skin, for sure.
I put these tea bags in mine, so
dopeness.
Okay.
I've been down in my 1.5 liter. Y'all ever tried the water Eternal?
Yes. Oh,
I've been down in those bottles.
Big bottle, right?
Yeah,
kind of a big bottle.
1.5 liter. Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's so good.
I'm gonna tell
some people think that water tastes the same, but it doesn't.
It's been times to where you remember when governors had told us about water, the natural taste of water is supposed to be sweet. It's been times to where I taste my water. As soon as it hit my tongue, it tastes like I have honey in my water, and I don't. What the hell? But it's a black owned water company that water is so good. It's called 1186. They used to be in HEBs, but HEB is a Texas. Never mind. But they used to be in there. But I think I'm not sure where they hold them now. But that water was so good because they're somewhere from down south, and it's a well. It's like
they have it here.
Artesian water or something like that because they have a natural well that that water is delicious.
Yeah. It is. I have a case of it in my
Oh my gosh.
in my trunk of my car, and I noticed a while back under the bottle cap. You know what's under there?
What?
Bible scriptures.
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Nope.
You've been drinking the Bible, girl.
So
Girl,
it's
I've
holy
been drinking
water.
the word.
You've been drinking holy water.
You've been drinking the Bible, girl.
Well, good thing I don't drink it
Chaz,
anymore.
you been drinking that water? Chaz was like, it was, you know,
they
like,
infomercialed us. They
I'm
trying to be
guilty too.
Snapple. Well,
That's
good thing I don't drink that anymore.
You say it's gonna be in the
Right.
water.
Right.
That's one of the many things ways she means that it's going to be in the water.
I never knew
Like
that.
we can't even drink water without scripture being literally shoved down our throat. Sick work.
It took a long time before. I think I had dropped. I dropped
the
the top one day, and I picked it up, and I was like, "Oh, what's this wording in here?" I was like, "Oh, I know you fucking lying." Okay,
that is so
so
upsetting.
that's just in my trunk. Yeah,
Melanite Empress, you pick your person first. You can.
Okay, I don't see a lot of hands. Maybe let me refresh. I don't even know. Let me back out and refresh to make sure.
I see a couple.
I could see. I don't
Yeah,
know.
me too.
I don't know if I can't see because of my phone or what. Let me back out.
Somebody said Juicy J water.
Okay, so it looks like there's let me see the
my germs.
All right, looks like I see two, Tammy and Casey. Is that the ones that you see too?
I see Tamika. I see Tamika. I see Tiffany
and Latanya.
Latanya.
How come I don't see all those?
So you have Tamika Anu, you have Mary, you have Cassie, you have Shining Star, you have I think Latanya Johnson, you have I know that Tiffany Martinez, and you have is
Raya?
it Taraja?
Yeah, I seen her too. Taraja. Yeah,
Yep.
she just raised her hand again.
Yep. And then you have is it Quaya? You have so that was a couple. So I'll say them one more time. You have Quaya, you have Raja, you have Cassie, you have Mary J, you have Shining Star, and you Tamika Anu, and I think I said Tiffany.
Okay, so Casey Pink TV. Hi, Casey Pink TV. What's your question, love?
Yep. Go ahead and put your question in the chat, and then Charming, who do you have so they can get ready to put their name in the chat?
Their question in the chat.
Your question.
If Latanya is still here, Latanya Johnson, I'll give. And then you can put your question in the chat. Latanya Johnson.
Is it just my side that I can't see to mute myself? Is this new? Did they change it up on here again?
I'm not sure. Mary J says she sent a donation for a reading for someone. Oh, I'm not even logged into it.
Latanya Love. We're gonna have to do that one. Is gonna have to be a paid reading. That one takes a little bit more time. A crime reading takes a little bit more time, so I would suggest contacting Quatita, contacting a Walk with Crime for something like that. If you have another question, I would love to still give you one, but I want to make sure that it's that's a delicate topic, so we want to make sure we have enough time and things like that.
Cassie Pink asked, do my dad have my best interest at heart? We can't hear you, Empress.
I know, because I'm talking to spirit.
That's
but that's okay. Okay, do my dad have my best interest at heart? All right, spirit. Let's see. what Spirit says via the cards here. We got 1 that popped out, 2, and 3. All right, let's see. All right, so we got, a lot of different cards that came out. We have Acknowledge Self here. We have the Ace of Pentacles here, and we also have the Lovers here as well. So what I picked up automatically, pretty much your answer is from Spirit that your father do have his, your best interest at heart when it comes to you. Because with the Lovers card being in here, I feel like he does, whether you know it or believe it, or not, I feel like he does have like a big heart for you, but because of your trust issues, because of past, situations, something that he showed you or told you in the past in regards to this conflict that you had, it made you feel as though the father didn't have your best interest at heart. You know what I'm saying? And there's something in regards to, because at this moment in time, you may be focusing on yourself when it comes to your physicality of yourself and everything too. I think that you care about what people say about you, how they view you and everything. When it comes to your physicality, when it comes to materialistic things, as well. And maybe that was the reason why, you might feel like your father, have this, have something in regards to you and a lot of different type of ways, But what I'm getting in here is, I think that you need to, if you're not focusing on yourself at this moment in time, I think that you need to focus on yourself in regards to, who you are and what your path is, because you do have a big and a bright, future ahead of you when it comes to, what you're supposed to do, what you're led to do here. And because, you have this power within yourself that you may or may not have tapped into. You know what I'm saying? But you're like this alchemist, whether you know it or not. And you do know how to transmute, energy and turn it around for you, whether you know it or not. You may also be what we were talking about in regards to earlier, confidence or self-esteem. You also are learning to have, not only are you going back to your core values, but you also are learning to reconnect with your self-values as well. And that's why the physicality card is coming up, because you're focused on, how you look and stuff like that. You may be going to the gym and working out and everything like that, because you're the person that likes to post on social media and take pictures and selfies and things as such. You know what I'm saying? So, you definitely are focusing on that and or need to as well, but also the energy and the power within yourself. You need to be able to focus on that and realize that you have power within yourself that you may or may not have tapped into as well, and even though the outside appearance, it does matter, right? And allows you to feel, good about yourself, have, high self-esteem about yourself and everything, but also, focus on yourself. But, your main question here is, if your father have your best interest, and he really does. Okay. So that's what I have for you at this moment in time. Let me know if you enjoyed your reading and or if you resonated with that.
Okay. I'm assuming Charming T got received a call.
Okay, Charming T has a call?
I'm assuming so.
Either that or because of her camera was lagging a little bit. So I think it might have knocked her out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it probably knocked her out. Maybe she have connection issues and stuff like that. So Miss Casey, let me know if you resonated with that, but
Oh, there she
Let us know
goes.
in the comments box. Okay, I can't see her yet. Let me see.
So, will there be a different person chosen because of Latoya's question? If someone else.
I think the next
No,
person
she had
is
another
somebody
question.
else.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
My pleasure, Casey. You resonated with it. Okay, great. Gratitude, love. I'm glad that you enjoyed your reading and you resonated with this. If you are feeling like you want to give a survey review, definitely click on the form and let us know more in detail, okay? Gratitude.
Okay, if I'm sniffling through this reading, it's because I'm just ate some spicy food and it won't stop. Okay. That's my disclaimer. I got the sniffles because I was eating some spicy food. And so it was about finances change for the better. Sorry. Oh, all right. That's enough. Okay, so Latanya, let me know. I think she's still here, so I'm gonna start reading. But my first pickup is like time. Time is gonna be something that you're gonna have to really value. And I think that a lot of us when we have a struggle with money, we also sometimes have a struggle with time because time is one of the actual only currencies that really are actually real. And so I feel like with your financial situation, it's highly related to your past, obviously your present and obviously your future, but mostly your past. And like, I guess I kind of feel like maybe there is I feel like there's something from the past that kind of skewed your relationship with money. Like something like whether it be, and I got this Father Time card. This is Petita's deck, by the way. I got Father Time, and even though it's specifically talking about Father Time, I also feel like it's something related to a male figure or a father. Like, I'm not sure if maybe a male figure kind of like skewed your relationship with money, or how easy it is to get money, or if you deserve money, or how hard you have to work for money, or just like anything like that. Or maybe even like money is the only important thing, you know, worth it. Money is worth it, you know. And how I spend my time is not important, and how I spend my money is more important. And so let me see. So I feel like, there's literally just like a blockage you have to overcome. The way I think about it is like a leak. When I was money struggling, I noticed that even no matter how much money I got, I always seemed like I never had any. And it's because sometimes there's a leak. If you think of currency and a current and water, it is a body of water. So in your currency, there may be a leak, and sometimes it is the way you spend your time. Sometimes it is your mindset and your relationship with money. Okay, I'm back. Okay. Sometimes it's your relationship with money. Sometimes it's whether you think money is important or not. Money is an energy, and money likes things the way that it likes it. And we forget that sometimes. We think that money is just paper and it's not that important, but money is energy that has been brought into the physical, or that has been made into a god, if you watch American Gods. And so in order to kind of like, sometimes in order to fix our financial situation, we have to literally address our relationship with money itself, because money is not something that there's lots of it out there, but it also comes and goes, and also has places it loves to be in, it has places it don't like to be in. It has ways it likes to be treated and ways it likes to be talked to, and it doesn't. So a big what I'm just really feeling for the financial is that you just have something in a relationship money that you need to blow. Whether be money is or money is nothing, because sometimes we live in those two extremes, and either one of those is can cause a drainage and can cause I want to say the word overexertion, even though I don't necessarily know how that fully ties in, but I heard that word. So I also got the literal money card reversed, and it says and I say that to say that this is a confirmation of your relationship being constrained. Like sometimes, like I don't remember who I did a reading for, but I remember I did a reading for somebody, and money was their husband, and they treated money like their husband. And so whenever they tried to like approach something else as their relationship, they wouldn't be successful because they treated money like their husband. So it's really the relationship. So like I said, I really feel like it's related to a male figure, and I haven't been looking at the comments at all, y'all. So I feel like it's related to a male figure, and how they convince you that money is important. And in order to do that, you need to like you need to have money rituals. You need to talk to your money. You need to put honey on your money. You need to like get more comfortable with it. And it needs to be something that you love, because I do have a feeling that it's something that you just feel like you need. Like we all need money, and we combat, like I for a long time combated loving money. Like I combated that feeling because it feels very greedy, but that is something that they have taught us, that they have convinced us that is a factual, is loving money is greedy, because that's what they do. When they love money, they use it in violent terms, in violent ways. So for us, we have to know that when we love money, we love currency, we love time, we love exchanging things, we love having the power to exchange, you know? And so lastly, I would just say that it really is, I really do feel like it can change if your relationship with that money changes, with that financial situation, with how you spend your time changes, or how you think of how you spend your time. You know, like we can't think, oh, going to work is a waste of time, or we can't think, we can't think, being patient, waiting for this is a waste of time. You can't think these things are waste, because then that's what they become. So I'm going to end it off by saying, I do feel like it will change, but I feel like what's mostly important is changing how you look at it and how you feel about it and how you see it and how it makes you feel. If money makes you feel, if money makes you feel like any type of way besides like, confident, positive, and elevated, I feel like we have to rearrange that. So if it makes you feel like, if you feel like you got to always spend it, or if you feel like you have too much of it, or if you feel like you don't have enough of it, you have to change that, because that is the portal in which it comes through, and you're basically just coding it, if that makes sense. Like you're just coding how the money comes towards you, in which direction, in what energy, in which quantity. And so again, your relationship is really important with the money. Your relationship with your finances and how you see it and how you interact with it and dance with it is really, really important in order to break that financial barrier and really kind of figure it out. So I haven't seen her in the comments since I started talking, but I'm just going to end it there. And so yeah, let me know if that resonates with you. If not, then hopefully it resonates with one of y'all.
It did. That's all like, that's interesting.
I love that. Yeah, that's so true. I definitely got something out from that too.
Same. Yep. Same here.
Yes.
Same here.
Yeah. Like changing a relationship with
gratitude, Tanya. I appreciate you.
Wow, this gonna have me thinking for real tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So don't
think of it like how you would think of Baphomet. No.
Oh, she responded. That was nice.
Oh yeah. Gratitude, Latanya. I appreciate you, and I know things will work out for you. You just got to program yourself and change your reality, change your minds, change how these things interact with you, same as the way you interact with them.
I was just going to remind her to hit that link and do that review, and elaborate on how you enjoyed your reading, Latanya. I don't know who I cut off. I apologize.
Oh, you're good. I don't think you cut off anybody. Yes, please leave a review for both of the readers. That would be lovely.
Yeah. So we show gratitude for you all, even allowing the readers to do the reading on you all on the live. We do appreciate your time and willingness to do so. I don't know if that's all for tonight. We would like to just, again, show gratitude for everyone that has tuned in with us this evening. We ask that you call in through the week at 1-888-562-0862 to get your reading with Melanite Empress or Charming T. Charming T will be extension 10. Melanite Empress is extension 12. Keep in mind, you can call through the week. Charming Tea is available between 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and Melanite Empress is available between 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Let's not forget, your first minute is free. Your card will be initially charged $44.91, and it is $4.99 per minute thereafter. Gratitude. We look forward to seeing all of you next week, if not more people. So, share the video. Let everybody know that Black Majick is back, and we are here every Wednesday, for you all. So we look forward to seeing you all next week. Until then, drink your water. Have a good evening. Solitude de wa.
Gratitude de wa.